been working hard to fade your memory, baby, but the only thing faded is me. I need something you prove, something stronger than I'm used to. Yeah, I've been pulling out it too hard and feel like nothing's gonna cut it. That's the hard truth. I need something you prove. I need something you prove. first cast when the water's glass and the line starts to run. Well, that first sip of a cold beer when the working week's done. I love the twilight in the morning before the day wakes up. The windows down on the first ride in a paid-up truck. And I love a slow down in a beach town with an ocean view. And I love a first fall Saturday trip down to Baton Rouge. And I love a six-string with stars out and the campfire glow. Girl, that don't even come close to the way that it feels when you lean in and kiss me. The way that you dance when you get kind of tipsy. I'm wrapped around your finger like this ring I'm wearing. That look in your eye, girl, when you catch me staring. And I don't even know what it is, but now that I found it, I can't imagine me living without this. Back for you on our piece of ground, watching you watch the sun going down. That's what my world spins around. Well, I finally get it now, and they say you know. And yeah, girl, you had me from that first hello. And the only thing better is heaven above. But until I get there, I'll never get enough of the way that it feels when you lean in and kiss me. The way that you dance when you get kind of tipsy. I'm wrapped around your finger like this ring I'm wearing. That look in your eye, girl, when you catch me staring. And I don't even know what it is, but now that I found it, I can't imagine me living without this. Back for you on our piece of ground, watching you watch the sun going down. That's what my world spins around. What my world spins around. Oh yeah. The way that it feels when you lean in and kiss me. The way that you dance when you get kind of tipsy. And I'm wrapped around your finger, this ring I'm wearing. That look in your eye, girl, when you catch me staring. And I don't even know what it is, but now that I found it, I can't imagine me living without this. Back for you on our piece of ground, watching you watch the sun going down. That's what my world spins around. You're what my world spins around. What my world spins around.
Met a man wearing a t-shirt, said Virginia is for lovers. Had a Bible in his left hand and a bottle in the other. He said all you're really given is the sunshine in your name. We both started laughing when the sky started to rain. Get along down the road, we got a long, long way to go. Scared to live, scared to die. We ain't perfect, but we try. Get along while we can. Always give love the upper hand. Paint a wall, learn to dance. Call your mom, buy a boat, drink a beer, sing a song, make a friend. Can't we all get along? Saw a model on a billboard, 1-800 get to know me. Wondered was she photoshopped or were her eyes really that lonely? Did she leave her hometown thinking she'd end up in LA? Did she break down in the desert and get stuck beside the highway? Get along down the road, we got a long, long way to go. Scared to live, scared to die. We ain't perfect, but we try. Get along while we can. Always give love the upper hand. Paint a wall, learn to dance. Call your mom, buy a boat, drink a beer, sing a song, make a friend. Can't we all get along? die, the keys to heaven can't be bought. We still don't know what love is, but we sure know what it's not. Sometimes you got to get along down the road. We got a long, long way to go. Scared to live, scared to die. We ain't perfect, but we try. Get along while we can. Always give love the upper hand. Paint a wall, learn to dance. Call your mom, buy a boat, drink a beer, sing a song, make a friend. Can't we all get along?
Hey, 1, 2.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, please welcome your host for tonight's festivities, Delaware Secretary of Agriculture, Mr. Michael Skuse. It's up there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2024 Livestock Extravaganza at the Delaware State Fair. I'm pleased to welcome you to the greatest 10 days in Delaware. As everyone in my family and staff will tell you, the State Fair is by far my favorite time of the year, not only because of all the great people we see here in Harrington, but also because of what it represents to the state of Delaware. On a grand stage, we are showcasing the top industry in the state of Delaware, agriculture. And I am especially excited to see the next generation of our agriculturalists on display here this evening. The future is bright. The youth participating here in the Livestock Extravaganza exemplify the impact this group is making on agriculture in our state. Our young people have worked hard for many months to earn a place in this ring tonight. I know I started planning for this year's fair when last year's ended just like they did. And I'm sure that's the case for all of them. If you've not had a chance to walk through the barns, you're missing out on some great pen displays created by these exhibitors and many others. Those displays show how the dedication, passion, and determination can lead to success. The future of agriculture in this state is bright thanks to agriculture science programs in our middle schools, our high schools, and extracurricular activities like 4-H and the Delaware FFA Association. We have more than 15,000 students enrolled in ag science programs statewide. The Delaware FFA Association has over 4,500 dues-paying members. And 4-H, ladies and gentlemen, reaches approximately 25,000 youth. These young people also have the opportunity to continue their excellent agriculture education at the University of Delaware, at Delaware State University, and Delaware Technical and Community College. The growth of agriculture education is undoubtedly linked to these vast opportunities. So with that good news, let's start tonight's celebration of Delaware agriculture and highlight the dedicated young people who are the future of our industry. At this time, I would like to introduce the officers of the Delaware State Fair. Our great president, Mr. Ron Draper. Our first vice president, Ken Clark Jr. Our second vice president, Harvey Ketton. Third vice president, Jeannie DeLeo. Fourth vice president, Mark Breeding. And last but not least, the man in charge of the money, our treasurer, Mr. Doug Krause. Thank you. You know, the American flag represents the efforts of those fighting to ensure our freedoms every day. Today, we take the time to show appreciation for the men and women who serve every day to protect the freedom and show our love for our country. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Abigail Seltzer. Abby is a sophomore at Ursuline Academy and member of the Summit Bridge 4-H Club. She's been exhibiting Jersey cows at the Delaware State Fair for the last 7 years and horses for the last 2 years. She's the great-granddaughter of the late Cecil Carpenter, a longtime director of the fair. Please, let us stand and remove your hats for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That was an outstanding job, Abigail, and I recommend Major League Baseball hire you for the national anthem next year at the All-Star Show. What do you all think? The Delaware State Fair would like to take this opportunity to honor our nation's heroes for their continued dedication, perseverance, and courage displayed overseas, in our local communities, and across this great nation. In addition to our soldiers, let us honor our hometown heroes, the firefighters, the police officers, rescue workers, and those that are caring neighbors. Thank you for being the heroes and coming together for liberty, justice, and the American spirit, ladies and gentlemen. And now, I'd like to have our president, Mr. Ron Draper, come up and give us a few words. Mr. President.
Michael, thank you very much. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I would like to welcome you to the Delaware State Fair for 2024 and to the extravaganza, which is an event that highlights the dedication of our young people here in the state of Delaware. As you watch these young people go through the process of showing their animals, you can realize that we're in good hands. As we get older, the young people are certainly there to take things on, and will continue to do an outstanding job for us, and especially for the Delaware State Fair. The extravaganza is celebrating its 26th year. Now, I don't know how many people knew that, but and I would like to thank Bruce Betts. Is Bruce Betts in the audience? Would Bruce stand up, please?
I think Bruce might be behind. Bruce is over here.
Okay.
But I would like to thank him for being the one who promoted the extravaganza event that we have enjoyed for the last several years. And thank you very much, Bruce. I would like to thank the livestock superintendents and the assistant superintendents for the hard work in making the 24 fair such a success. I am very proud of all the exhibitors who will be demonstrating their talents tonight here in this ring, and I wish them nothing but the best and good luck to each and every one of them. And let's get the show going.
Thank you, Mr. Draper, and thank you for your tireless efforts to make the Delaware State Fair the premier event for youth and adults across Delmarva. On behalf of the Board of Directors, we thank this evening's sponsors, the Delaware Department of Agriculture, Corteva, and Horizon Farm Credit. You know, this week, we've selected countless champions in the home, farm and garden, 4-H, and FFA departments. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate the achievements in livestock production. We know that this event marks the culmination of a year's worth of hard work and dedication, and you should all be proud that you have made it to this point. Every single one of our exhibitors in this ring and throughout the fair this past week, every single one of them are winners just by being here and bringing their projects. So now, allow me to introduce our distinguished judges for the evening who have the tough job of selecting the grand and reserve champion, market steers, hogs, lambs, and goats. Our steer judge and our swine judge this evening is Mr. Ryan Rash from Crockett, Texas. Our goat judge is Mr. Robert Dinsmore from Jefferson, Maryland. And our sheep judge this evening is Randy Campbell from Worcester, Ohio. Tonight's livestock extravaganza animals were selected from over 440 head of livestock, 33 steers, 152 hogs, 110 lambs, and 152 market goats, which were entered by approximately 260 junior exhibitors in this year's junior livestock market competition. And now, it's all come down to this tonight. The top 8 market steers, the top 20 market hogs, the top 20 market lambs, and the top 30 market goats, all competing for the grand champion titles. They have been selected from the best livestock at the Delaware State Fair during the past 2 days. Our first and second place winners compete in the center ring for the grand champion and reserve champion steer titles. So let's get this show on the road. Class number 1, Graceland Tucker from Bridgeville. First place. Second place, Grayson King from Camden. Class number 2, Catherine McGuire from Hartley. Second place, Riley Markey, Harrington. Little bit of time. That's impressive right there. Class number 3, first place, Bailey Palmer from Camden. Second place, Joseph McGuire, Hartley. Class number 4, first place, James Tucker from Bridgeville. Second place, Riley Ridgely from Camden. Class number 5, Riley Ridgely from Camden, first place. Second
We are here at the extravaganza now. Our first species eat in the ring are the market steers. These animals weigh between 1,000 and 1,500 pounds. We have the first and second of each class. They were divided by weight, and Judge Rash will pick his champion and reserve champion from this group. We have to keep in mind that this is a 2-year project. These calves are about 2 years old now, and they are reaching what we call market size, which when we're having T-bone steaks and ribeyes, this is where they come from.
Bob, what do the judges look for when judging these cattle?
When we're judging the beef cattle, they're looking for muscling throughout the animal, which muscle is the meat we talk about. But at the same time, they're looking at how that animal moves around to build that muscle. They have to be able to eat and move around to get that food they need. So he's looking at that as well. And he will, it doesn't necessarily pick the biggest animal, but he wants the most correct animal in his eyes that gives that muscling and will give you the most product from that animal when it is slaughtered.
Bob, how many winners get chosen?
Only 2 winners get chosen. These animals are competing for champion now. That means they have won their individual classes, either first or second, earlier today. And the judge brings those in as a final selection, and he will pick the champion, which will be your first place, and a reserve champion, which will be your second place.
Great, and this is just about the animal, not about the handler,
That
correct?
is correct.
Okay.
This is strictly the animal, not the exhibitor.
Afternoon, this evening, to sort through 2 of the species. Give everybody involved with this a big round of applause. Quite the deal. Very important, very special that you highlight animal agriculture in this way that you do at the Delaware State Fair. And I know it's no small feat to pull this off. And as we get out here to pick you the grand and reserve steer, give not just these exhibitors, but all the market beef exhibitors a big round of applause for their efforts. I'm not going to waste your time going back through and describing all these cattle again. Talk about what this program means to me and what it means to all of us standing around here just a little bit, because that's far more important, because at times I think we forget the true product that we're raising here are the kids and not the stock that they're holding or exhibiting. That's right, you can clap for that. I have a 9-year-old goddaughter that has been showing at a Junior Nationals all week in Belton, Texas. And I have missed the majority of it. And so when we get done here tonight, I'm gonna drive to Philadelphia. I'm gonna get on a plane at 4:15 in the morning. I'm gonna fly back to Texas and drive as fast as I can. So hopefully I can watch your show on the last day. And the point of that story is we all make immense sacrifices to do this right here. Doesn't matter if you're a parent, an exhibitor, an agent, a judge. And the reason that we do that is because we know purely and simply this is the absolute best industry and best place to raise a child. And the reasons for that is that they're going to learn the skills, the attributes, and all of the things that are necessary for them to go on to succeed in other areas. They're going to meet people and make contacts and connections that will always be there to lend them a helping hand. And I am a realist and a truth teller, and I will promise you this: not every single kid that shows an animal will know what it's like to be the grand champion in a show ring. But if they take what they've learned at the show barn and what they've learned in show rings and they apply it to what they are passionate about and what sets their heart on fire, at some point they will know what it's like to be a grand champion in the game of life. And that is truly why we're here. And so for all you kids, regardless of what you showed out here, no matter how well you did, just remember this: there's going to be a lot of people in life that tell you what you can't do. And I'm going to be different. I'm going to tell you that if you dream it and believe it, there is no doubt you can become it. And that's my hope for all of y'all. Give them a big round of applause and we'll get you a grand steer.
Catherine McGuire is your grand champion. And James Tucker is your reserve champion. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Bob, it looks like our judge glitter bombed some of the cows.
Yes,
Was that exciting?
everybody's excited about a grand champion.
Yes.
We had a young lady named Catherine McGuire from Hartley who got that honor tonight, and another young man, James Tucker from Greenwood, who has done a great job throughout a long time. Both have been showing for several years and raised some good animals and certainly deserving of that champion.
Market Goats will now proceed to the ring for judging. Class number 1, first place, Bailey Brown from Denton. Second place, Tyler Bell from Camden. Class 2, first place, Peyton Killen from Felton. Second place, Vanessa Gaines, Camden. Class number 3, first place, Cassidy Hearn from Laurel. Second place, Brooke Carlson from Felton. Class number 4, first place, Shiley Irvin from Felton. Second place, Brian Mendoza Perez from Georgetown. Class number 5, Carrie Calloway, Harrington. Second place, Cadence Woods from Dover. Class number 6, first place, Cassidy Hearn from Laurel. Second place, Colson Justice from Laurel. Class number 7, first place, Austin Coverdale from Hartley. Second place, Riley Ridgely from Camden. Class number 8, first place, Brindley Kreitz from Kmart. Second place, McKenna Vest from Clayton. Class number 9, Alexiana Hay, first place. Second place, Jada Miller. Class number 10, first place, McKenna Breeding Felton. Second place, Riley Ridgely from Camden. Class number 11, first place, Mac Lawson from Georgetown. Second place, Shiley Irvin from Felton. Class number 12, first place, Mac Lawson from Georgetown. Second place, Cadence Wood from Dover. Class number 13, Miley Wilkie from Georgetown. Second place, Adeline Holtz from Camden. Class number 14, first place, McKenna Vest Clayton. Second place, Riley Barlow from Harrington. Class number 15, first place, Alexiana Hay from Harrington. And second place, Riley Barlow from Harrington. Our market judge tonight is Robert Dinsmore from Jefferson, Maryland. Robert graduated from the University of Kentucky with a bachelor's degree in animal science. After heavily involvement in college livestock judging, Robert has been a certified goat judge for nearly 2 decades and has enjoyed the opportunity to judge at the San Antonio Open Goat Show and many other county, state, and national goat shows. A good market goat should appear rectangular from the side with a straight level top and bottom lines. The length of the rump, body length, and leg length are important factors in market desirability. The rump should be level, the overall body should be trimmed, the legs should be straight and placed square under the body, not post-legged or cowhide. The fore and hind legs should show evidence of muscling. You know, our youth involvement also emphasizes the area of growth in Delaware. What we do here at the fair is representative of the larger market system that Delaware needs our young people to be excited about. We need more producers focused on raising high-quality market animals to feed the growing population and demands, but we also need a skilled workforce to take the animal from the farm to be able to process into a finished product that is a chopped sirloin or leg. USDA is working with states to ensure that local enterprises like Haas and Sudlersville meat markets can remain sustainable. We need young people passionate about learning meat science and the art of butchery to join forces and continue to help feed Delaware. One of the best ways to get started and participate in FFA Meats and Judging Career Development SEE. These students learn how to evaluate carcasses for quality and yield and identify the various cuts of meats, both wholesale and retail.
All right, Bob, we're looking at the goats now. What type of goats are these?
These are boar goats or
Okay.
boar cross goats. They are a meat breed, which is what people want to raise for this contest. And as you can see, we have smaller ones to larger ones. They range anywhere from 45 pounds to 125 pounds. Different judges made like an ideal weight of somewhere in the middle, or even the larger animals, because that's going to give the most product, again, similar to what we talked about with the steers. But the goat meat market is growing. There's a lot of people that enjoy having that as their mainstay for where other people like beef. A lot of people are getting into the goat meat products, and as you can see, looking at these goats, there's a lot of top quality animals out here right down the line.
So someone like me who doesn't really know much about goats, when I look at these, I can't really tell the difference. They kind of all look the same to me. So what can the judge see that I can't
Well,
see?
the judges is looking, when you, if you'll notice, the judge handles each animal like across the back. That's telling you how much rib meat there is on the goat, and when they feel down through the thighs, you talk about your leg of lamb that you hear about from time to time. That's where that comes from.
I do love a leg of lamb.
And now the judge is going to make these animals move around. He wants to see them move, and that they're structurally sound, that again, if they have to move around to be able to eat and grow well, and that's what they're looking for when he's trying to move them around.
How old are these goats?
These goats were born after January 1st.
So they're quite young.
Some can be into February or March.
Okay.
But that's about how long it takes them to reach this, what we call market size or market weight.
Okay, interesting. Do you have a favorite goat?
And again, no, not really. But as you might notice, the smaller goats, or the younger ones rather, that we saw in our lightweight class, some of those exhibitors may want to show those animals later on in the fall. So they may have got an animal that's a little younger than some of the older ones here today, and then they'll still be in the weight range to be able to show them later on in the fall.
So they can do it twice.
Oh yes, they can
great.
show us.
Okay.
This doesn't have to be a what we would call a terminal market. These goats are there, belong to them, so they can either put them in our auction that we have on Thursday or take them back, keep them themselves.
Oh, great. Looks like the judge is taking a look at the goats. That one in the back's being a little feisty. Do you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, some of them jump around a little bit, and that depends a lot on how they've been handled at home and how much they've been worked with. And but all in all, they're doing a real good job of handling their animals.
I've never handled any livestock, so kudos to all of these people.
And goats have a tendency Goats have, we have found that that's a very good project for young kids especially. They're not a big animal, but they're very personable and can be trained and handled very easily by younger kids. So it's often a good project for younger kids to get started with, and then if they want to move on to something else, why they've had some little experience with the goats.
Do goats make good house pets?
Not necessarily good house pets. These are farm animals and farm livestock, so they need to be outside where they, of course, have room to run around.
Of course, but they are pretty cute, you know.
And as you notice, we've got 14 weight classes, and some of those individual classes were divided by only a few pounds to even out the market classes, so we wouldn't have 50 in one class and 10 in another. We wanted about even, and that's why they're divided that way. That's why we have so many.
So will there be winners in each of those weight classes?
Well, these weight classes, these are the winners in those weight classes.
Okay, got it.
So you have your first place animals in this line and your second place animals. The judge will definitely pick his champion out of the first place line. But when he picks that first place animal, or his champion out of the first place line, the second place animal in that weight class is then eligible for champion. Now that doesn't always happen that way, that he might pick the second place, but at least it's eligible that way.
Oh, great. It looks like he maybe has made his decision.
Okay.
This is a tough following the great Ryan Rash. Those of you in livestock circles know this guy judges all over the world and does an excellent job, and I'm honored to be on the stage with him. I think we got a great goat show, and I'll tell you just a short little story here. About a week and a half ago, I was sorting a goat show down in I want to say Stanton, Virginia, and when I got out of the ring, I found out that President Trump had been shot. And then when I was here on Sunday and I was judging these guys in their individual classes, when I got out of the ring, I found out that the longtime senator here from this state had dropped out of the race. So I'm starting to wonder, is it me? Is there, do I need to, for the good of the country, should I stop judging these goat shows? Because I don't know how much more of this we can take. But and I know there's no quicker way to lose a room than to start talking politics, so I'm not going to go any farther. But I do want to say that I do think whoever is running this country, if they would take a trip across the Chesapeake Bay deal with the kids over here, they'd learn a lot of lessons because we got some really, really good people here in the first state. I'm super proud of this set of goats. There's a tremendous amount of quality out here, and I can't state that enough. We had 14 really, really strong classes, and this top end especially was just lights out good, and I'm just super proud of them, and I'd love to have my picture taken with most of them out here. So with that being said, I'm going to go out and pick two that I think are really complete. They're dialed in, they're fresh handling, they got a good top shape to them. They're my kind of goats, and for me, they're the best ones here. But let's give them all one big round of applause. I'll go shake some hands.
Mac Lawson is our grand champion. Brindley Coots is our reserve champion. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Great job.
Well, looks like the champions were chosen, but we couldn't hear because the crowd was very excited. But either way, congratulations to the winners. Those goats were very beautiful. What do we have up next, Bob?
We had top quality right down the line, so that was a very good group of animals and something the fair can certainly be proud of.
Of course.
First place, Trip Silicato, Harrington. Second place, Aliana Kristen, Middletown. Class number 2, first place, Autumn Piazza, Wilmington. Second place, Sydney Phipps from Wilmington. Class number 3, first place, Chase Collins, Dover. Second place, Alana Januszewski from Middletown. Class number 4, first place, Jillian Warren, Georgetown. Second place, Mallory Wood from Harrington. Class number 5, first place, Alexiana Hay, Harrington. Second place, Miranda Gary from Harrington. Class number 6, first place, Taylor Gooden, Viola. Second place, Aiden Gary from Harrington. Class number 7, first place, Riley Stubbs, Harrington. Second place, Adeline Holtz, Camden. Class number 8, first place, Mason Hay, Harrington. Second place, Brindley Kreitz from Kemar. Class number 9, first place, Mason Hay, Harrington. Second place, Taylor Gooden, Viola. Class number 10, Alexiana Hay from Harrington. Second place, Brindley Kreitz, Kemar. And that is your class. Our market judge tonight is Mr. Brady Campbell from Wooster, Ohio. Brady is an assistant professor in the Department of Animal Sciences in the College of Food, Agriculture, and Environmental Sciences at The Ohio State University, where he serves as the State Small Ruminant Extension Specialist. Adding to the Buckeye tradition, Brady's wife Haley is a lecturer on the Ohio State Woosters campus with the Agricultural Technical Institute. Brady and Haley add to the 4th generation of sheep and swine producer in Brady's family, where they remain active on the family farm in southeastern Ohio. Currently, the Campbell family has a flock of 150 ewes that consist of purebred Texel, Finn, Lincoln, and commercial crossbreed sheep, focusing on developing high-yielding terminal sires in his Texel flock capitalizing on the reproductive capabilities of his wife's Finn flock and improving the fleece quality and carcass cutability in his father's Lincoln flock. On the swine side, the Campbell family operates a 120 sow furrow to finish operation, raising purebred Berkshire and Saddleback hogs where they focus on meat quality. Brady has judged numerous sheep shows in Ohio for market classes, breeding stock, and wool to sheep and goat carcasses hanging on the rail. To further connect himself with the small ruminant industry, Brady serves as a board director with the Ohio Sheep Improvement Association, the Ohio Sheep and Wool Program, and the National Sheep Improvement Program, the American Wool Assurance Program, and previously served as the president of the Texas Sheep Breeders Society. The sheep are judged on physical traits that indicate leanness and quality of retail products and ensure the animal's health and comfort. Breeding classes combine the importance of sound leg size and muscling and leanness. Market classes focus more on thick muscling and leanness.
All right, Bob. So they've brought out the lambs officially. Can you tell me why they give them this special
Carly,
haircut?
Here's well, Carly, we want to trim those that wool off the lambs. We want to show their again the muscling and balance they have. You don't want their long wool to cover up anything that the judge might not see. He can feel the lamb now and feel that muscling again and how lean or tight they are. If you'll notice, a lot of the kids are pushing back with their leg or knee, and what they want to do is to make that muscle tense when the judge feels them. That way it makes them think that there is a stronger muscle there and more meat with the animal.
Okay. Yeah, so, looks a little bit like a poodle cut to me.
Yeah, well, that's just a trim that they do on the sheep. The bottom of the legs, of course, there's no meat there, but every place else on the animal there is, and they want to clip those up to show that muscling.
Okay.
Now these, again, they've raised these since January or around that, or a little younger, and they go from weight range from 80 to 150 pounds, and they're divided into weight classes as well, just similar to what the goats were.
Okay. Well, as you all can hear on our live, these lambs have a lot to say, a little bit mouthy, but they're just excited to be chosen for the extravaganza, right?
Yep, and we need to remember these are market animals, so they are raised for meat, and that's what our extravaganza showcases here, the market animals, which are meat animals of the 4 species, and again, we have some top quality animals here. I think our judge is just about ready.
Looks like it.
Folks, certainly a pleasure to be here with y'all, and I'd like to give a nice round of applause to these guys that are out here in the ring for us today. Really nice, high caliber, stout type of market lamb show, and appreciate the quality. And before we end with our applause, please give another round of applause to those youth that are still back in the barn for us today. Really highly competitive show. These guys certainly help drive these individuals to the top, and so nice job. Again, I can't echo more than what our judges have said here today, but as we're taking a look at some of these market lambs here, regardless if we're evaluating them live or hanging upside down on the rail, we're really looking for those high-yielding, high-colorability type of animals and type of sheep for us to be presented today. Kind of a fun fact, during COVID-19, lamb intake in the United States saw a 40% increase in retail sales, and that makes me quite optimistic for the future. These youth have done an extremely nice job of getting these animals out here and getting them presented. As we're evaluating these lambs, trimness is king. Nobody wants to have a fatty lamb chop sitting on their dinner plate. So first and foremost, we want to find those individuals that are trim, but yet still have enough cover to them. They're fresh to the touch, fresh to the handle. One of our most expensive cuts, or top 2, are going to be that rack and that loin. So we want to find those that are really blown apart in that skeleton and provide a lot of product to us. As we think about it a bit further, that lamb leg is something that's very traditional. It's going to be sitting on that dinner plate or on that plate there at a holiday season for us as well. So trying to find those individuals that combine all those parts and pieces together can be challenging, but I think we've got a couple out here that we like quite a lot. So without further ado, let's give these guys one more round of applause, and I'm going to get off here and shake the hand of our Grand and Reserve champion.
Mason Hay is your grand champion. Riley Stubbs from Harrington is your reserve champion. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you.
It's Mason Hay and Riley Stubbs.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Bob, it looks like the winners have been presented.
Yep, we had a very competitive group out there with Mason Hay of Harrington coming out on top for champion, and Riley Stubbs, again of Harrington, as reserve. As you can see, they were about the middle weight range, but again, the judge was looking for the best product at slaughter time, and they were his choices.
Congratulations.
Could we have our grand champion back in the ring with the Tapman family, please? Congratulations. Great job. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the Market Hog Show. Please join me in congratulating the first and second place winners from each and every one of them. First place, we're going to have the first place winners bring their hogs out. The second place will just stand here. First place, Jalen Ryan from Smyrna. Second place, Raylan Hastings from Townsend. Class number 2, first place, Braden Hearn from Laurel. Second place, Jasmine Cruz from Bridgeville. Class number 3, first place, Miranda Gary from Harrington. Second place, Brindley Nash from Clayton. Class number 4, first place, Graceland Tucker from Bridgeville. Second place, Miranda Gary from Harrington. Class number 5, Jace Ellis from Milton. Second place, Charlie Palmer from Camden. Class number 6, first place, Mackenzie Johnson, Wyoming. Second place, Aiden Gary from Harrington. Class number 7, first place, Paisley Killen from Felton. Second place, Mackenzie Cusick from Camden. Class number 8, first place, Braden Hearn from Laurel. Second place, Mason Hay from Harrington. Class number 9, first place, Mason Hay from Harrington. Second place, Brain Vasey from Lincoln. Class number 10, first place, Charlie Palmer from Camden. Second place, Adriana Daly from Felton. That's your class, Judge. Join us again is Ryan Rasher, Market Hog Judge, who has served as our Market Steer Judge Let's all welcome him back into the ring. He's done a great job here this evening and throughout the week. Big round for our judge, please. In addition to his exhibition of market steers, Ryan and his family also exhibited the Grand Champion Market Barrow at the North American International Livestock Exhibition Fort Worth Stock Show at the State Fair of Texas, and the Reserve Grand Champion Market Hog at the American Royal Livestock Show. And swine are judged on those characteristics that indicate the hogs will offer a high volume of lean retail products. The evaluation of legs is weighed more heavily in the breeding classes, where the animal is judged on longevity and the ability to pass these qualities on to their offspring. Few farming facts. Farming's not just limited to Fair Week, it's a year-round industry. Delaware farmers are leading the way, growing food, helping the environment, and creating jobs. Delaware agriculture provides more than 75,000 jobs and $13 billion in economic activity, including $1.5 billion in direct sales from our 2,158 family farms. Delaware farmers produce a variety of agricultural products on 522,000 acres, including corn, soybeans, wheat, livestock, poultry, fruits and vegetables, and nursery stock. So thank you to supporting our Delaware family farms, whether you buy produce at the farm stand, a farmer's market, or your local grocery store. Stop by your favorite creamery for some great Delaware ice cream. Choose chicken for dinner and purchase an animal from one of our youth at the livestock show later this week.
Y'all can just relax, kids, for a second. As we get out here to pick the champion in reserve and the Market Hog Show, once again, let's give all the kids that showed in this deal big round of applause. Not just these 10 out here, those 10 at back. The Hog Show was highly competitive, really a lot of fun to work through, and the staff was top-notch. And I've been here for 4 days, and I'd be amiss if I didn't say thank you to the Delaware State Fair and the officials and the volunteers for having me come out here and do this. I've had a really good time, and I've met some really fabulous young kids out here. So again, give everybody involved with this one more big round of applause. One of my co-judges up here was talking about politics just a second ago, and he's right. That's the quickest way to lose a room. And so I'm not going to get into a political rant or rave or tirade, but I will tell you I follow it very closely. And it doesn't matter if it's politics or anything else that you follow in this crazy mixed up world right now. The answer seems so simple to me. And what everyone and every industry and everybody needs right now more than anything is we need a lot more love. It's simple, but it's true. We need to see that there's a lot more good than there is bad in the world. We need to realize that it takes just as much energy to spread positive vibes than it does negativity. We need to understand that it's just as easy to unify as it is to spew decisiveness. And finally, we need to embrace the fact that the more love and the more positivity and unification that we put out into this world and we're around, the more successful all of us will be. And I think we all want those things right there. And so that's important. And I've said a lot the last 4 days, so I'm going to leave you with this. And if you kids or your families don't remember anything else I said, try to remember this take-home opener. In the end, all that really matters is what was true and truly felt and how we treated one another. And that's it. Do that. Show your kids the best they can be, and I promise we'll be all a lot better off. Thank y'all for having me. I've had a tremendous time. Y'all can fire up, and we'll get you a grand in reserve.
Well, Ryan Rash, our judge, is not only the glitter bomb judge of the world, but also very inspirational, right?
Yes, he is. He's
Oh. And Mason Hay, grand champion. And he's looking for his next one. Who do we got?
Braden Hearn is your reserve champion.
And Braden Hearn, congratulations.
hogs again. As you can see, an excellent group of hogs again. We've got market size and tremendous power and weight and leanness through all those hogs. A very uniform group, and but the judge had his eye on those two and picked those as winners. And congratulations to both of those.
Next up, I believe we have
We're going to get into our champion showman now. This is
Livestock Champion Showman Award. And the award recipient will be the individuals that these judges demonstrates has the best ability in showing these 4 livestock species that you have seen in the ring tonight. So this is really the great competition. Our beef champion showman was Riley Ridgely. Our sheep champion showman, Lexiana Hay. Our goat champion showman is Cassidy Hearn. Our swine champion showman is Mason Hay. Now look, I've seen all 4 of these in action, and it's pretty impressive. So I can't wait to see who's going to be the winner of this evening. Can we have all of our champion showmen in the ring, please? Good luck.
All right, we've got these showmen up in the ring. Can you tell me what's happening right now?
Okay, Carly. This is probably the top honor for market animal exhibitors. Each species has not only the market classes for their animals, but they have showmanship competitions as well. The showmanship competition is based on the person, the exhibitor, not the animal. So you may not have the top animal in the class, but this is solely on the exhibitor with and how they present their animal to the judge.
How they handle it, move around
How they
with
handle it, how the animal moves, and it becomes very obvious in showmanship that a judge can tell how much the animal's been worked with.
Okay.
This is not a week before the fair, get your animal ready. This is a months and months and months of training and working with your animal, getting the animal used to moving around in the right way, stopping and standing in the right way. And this is all part of showmanship. You want to present your animal to look its best for the judge. Now, all 3 of these judges will judge these individuals as showmen, but each of them have different opinions, if you will, for what they're looking for. Some may like a certain way the exhibitor is holding the animal, or a certain way that it moves the animal before the judge to see. So different things that the judges will be looking for, and you have to be aware of that when you're presenting your animal.
Okay, so are they going to get their animals now?
They're going to get their animals now. Each of the 4 winners will have to show one of each species: a steer, a lamb, a goat, and a pig.
Oh, wow.
And then the judges will score those as they're doing them. and then total those scores after the 4 species, and the highest score, of course, will be the winner.
All right. It looks like they're bringing out their pigs.
This is pigs first.
All right.
And as you see, the judge that judged the breed or the market classes is going to evaluate these and give a score of who might be first, second, third, or fourth.
Bob, did you get the opportunity to watch our general manager Danny?
Yes,
yesterday?
I saw him the other day,
Yes.
and I just got a taste of what some of these exhibitors go through to do their job.
Danny, for all of you who didn't get to see it on our social media, decided to show a pig, and it was a very interesting experience. I can tell you that will not be in his on his resume for showing pigs. It wasn't his best quality work, but you know, maybe you can teach him a thing or two.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, exhibitors. We can take our hogs back.
Carly, you might have noticed that it didn't take the judge very long to look over that class. Keep in mind, he saw all these kids, or some of these kids earlier, but he's looking for who's presenting that animal the best, and as a rule, it doesn't take too long to do that.
Looks like next they're going to show their goats.
Now they're coming in with the goats. Now, keep in mind, these do not belong to the exhibitors. These are animals that were chosen at random for this contest alone.
That's a good idea, because then they can show how well the handler actually knows what they're doing.
That's exactly right. Yeah. They don't know how much this goat has been worked with, or if they like their legs touched or anything like that. As you can see, the exhibitors will reach down and move their legs in or out, and there again, they want to show that muscle. They want to show that tight muscle that they're noted for their meat.
And is that the same with all the animals that they bring out? They're not theirs, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. They're not theirs. Yeah. These are random animals, so nobody has any advantage of showing their own animal. You know.
Makes sense. I think they chose the ornery goats on purpose.
And two, some goats show with a collar around their neck. Others have halters similar to what they had on now, so it's possible that they're not used to that. That might be why they're jumping around.
And is that based on the handler's choice?
And no, they all had to have a halter on them like they do now to make the competition more even.
Looks like the judge is deliberating and looking at the other side of the goat, having them.
No, he'll have them circle again, again presenting how they present their animal.
And this is different than like dog shows. I don't know if you like to watch the
Yeah,
dog show on
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
sure,
Yeah,
very
do
different.
they don't
yeah.
do a showman really on dog shows that I've seen. It's more
No,
just
it's
about the
more
dog
just about the
itself.
animal. Yeah. And most all fairs have a showmanship competition in all their species, whether it be the 4 market ones or dairy cattle or even horses. Again, how the exhibitors present their animals to the judge. And it looks like the judge just made his selections. So.
Okay, thank you, exhibitors. We'll get to the next species. And numerous champions exhibited by the area's youngsters and adults have already been selected this week, but our judging is not over yet as this year's 105th Delaware State Fair. If you think you've been busy, wait till you see the rest of the week. I must remind everyone here to be on the lookout for spotted lanternfly. We do have issues here. We don't want any hitchhikers and taking any home. If you're still planning to participate in the livestock show or expo out of state this show season, I remind you, you must get a health certificate to travel. The next date for haul-in at the Delaware Department of Agriculture in Dover is August 13th. You must register to attend using the online form under the Poultry and Animal Health page. Remember, health certificates are only good for 30 days, so please work with your own veterinarian to get your health papers if you cannot make it to the state. Come back and join us tomorrow for the Sheep Breed Show and the Open Dairy Cattle Show. And also, don't miss the Junior Livestock Auction on Thursday night, July 25th, starting at 6:30, where you will see the champion animals selected tonight go on the auction block during the Junior Livestock Auction sale over there in the Kent building. Come watch as these champions are sold to area businesses, individuals, and valuable supporters of this tremendous livestock program. And don't forget, last but not least, the Pretty Animal Contest on Friday, July 26th, right here, ladies and gentlemen, in the Quillen Arena.
All right, so they're bringing out the cows now.
Yep, these are market steers. As you can see, these are animals that are weighing probably 1,400 pounds or even more. And if the exhibitor is used to showing a goat or a lamb, this is a far end of the extreme for that. So again, this is testing to see if the exhibitor can handle another species from what they're used to.
Yes,
or what they want.
and so a question for people like me who don't know much about livestock is these exhibitors and possible champion showmen, are they chosen on just one animal that they've shown, or do they have to show a myriad of them in order to be where
they are chosen for their particular species,
Okay,
whether it be
got it.
goat, sheep, or swine, or beef. So they're the winners in each of their species, and by exhibiting all 4 species, it gives kind of an overall to see who might be the best.
I can
Now,
imagine.
that's not saying that some of these exhibitors may have shown in other species, but they actually won in one of the other.
Okay, yes, and I can imagine if you normally are used to showing goats, showing a
steer could be totally
2,000
different
pound
story.
cow might be a little different, but looks like they're all doing pretty good to me. But again, I'm not a judge, so I'm not
They've
really
studied,
sure.
they've no doubt practiced a little bit before, just with the hope of being in this competition.
Of course.
So they wouldn't be totally ignorant of it, So that always works out good.
And we have our glitter bomb judge, Ryan Rash, back up in the ring, looking at the handlers. And I'm sure he'll be quick to make his decision like he was before. And it looks like he's ready.
He's made his selections and recording those for the judge, and we'll tally those up shortly.
Thank you, exhibitors. One species left. I want to take the time to thank our judges one more time. Ryan Rash, Robert Dinsmore, Brady Campbell, for the great job that they've done here this week. Thank you, judges, for all that you've done. You've helped make our show here at the Delaware State Fair one of the great ones. So thank you very much.
Okay, Carly, we've got the lamb competition in now. Now you may notice that there are no halters or collars on the lambs. That just show them with, they've been trained, and that's the process of showing lambs. They'll hold around their neck. Doesn't hurt the lamb at all. Just gives them control of the animal. And again, got their knees or pushing against the chest to make that that muscling tense up, so when the judge looks at it, he's really seeing some intense muscling there on the animals.
Bob, what do the handlers do if the lamb decides to escape?
If the animal gets loose, stay calm, because of course there's a fence around the area here, so it can't get anywhere, and someone will assist them and get it caught again.
Bob, did you grow up showing animals?
I've showed animals. I've showed dairy cattle since 1962.
Did you ever
So
win?
I've won. Fortunately, I've won several times at my youth with showmanship, and just on this past Saturday night, we had the Supreme Champion dairy female in the show on Sunday.
Oh,
so
wow. I'm sitting
good.
next to a grand
We're,
champion.
we're have our on Wednesday night, tomorrow night, so hopefully we'll do well there again.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looks like our judge has made his decision, and the tally is about ready.
While the results are tabulated, here in front, line up, and face the audience, please. Let them see your expressions, your faces. Oh, it took a long time to tabulate those results. Let me see, are we ready, Mr. President, to give the award? I am ready. You are ready. Okay, step out in front there. Are we sure we got the right one? Okay, I have to trust our treasurer down there. The winner, the 101st Delaware State Fair Grand Champion Showman of all showmen is, drum roll, Mason Hay.
Okay, with some stiff competition, Mason Hay is your champion showman and won the trophy for champion showman, and well deserved. Great contest.
It sure was, and congratulations to everyone.